What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be going over RQ versus Bigetron Alpha. Alright, so the reason why I wanted to go over this is because Zin is finally back after not playing for a very long time, and plus I think RQ showed me a different way to kind of approach this new patch, and I like it. I actually like it, and I'm trying to replicate it, to be honest with you, with the teams I'm coaching right now. So right now in the current patch, fighters are really prioritized right now. Okay, so you'll see like Jawhead bans, Ruby ban, Khalid being prioritized, Hilda tank. You'll see Chu tank as well sometimes, right? Uranus, Esmeralda, Selena is sometimes banned, but she's not a fighter. Okay, so these are really common bans right here. Yes, Yuzhong got nerfed, but Yuzhong is still pretty decent actually, even after the nerf. Just depends. It is very situational. So that's why RQ banned it. It's still okay, to be honest with you. Yuzhong is still okay, not the most OP. I feel like he's more balanced now, obviously. Before he was completely broken. Uranus is still super good in this current patch, and Selena Selena's really good because of the vision she gives and the presence early game. Because early game is the meta right now in this patch. The early game is the meta right now. That's why you're gonna see a Khalid first pick here. Khalid is something that teams will steal, alright? Will steal from each other when it comes to drafting. Alright, so looking at this first three drafts from both RQ and Bigetron. For RQ, they're gonna do this R7 for this Chu off lane. Okay, they're gonna do this Chu off lane, and 1-1 is actually gonna go gold lane. So to be more precise, this Chu is gonna go EXP lane. Okay, EXP lane, while this 1-1 will go to gold lane. And like I said before, most marksmen will go to the gold lane because they need more items, and you need more gold, obviously. And for the EXP lane, faster level 4 means you can get the kick right away when you're in the EXP lane. So there's a lot of people in MPLPH that are using Chu as a tank as well, and that is still viable. Both are still viable, honestly, and I like Chu for being really flexible as a hero. Okay, really flexible. For Bigetron's pick here, they have a Ling, which is not good early game. They have a Cillian, which is not good early game, and they have a Kufra, which is good to counter like heroes like Lancelot, I guess, people with a lot of dashes. He does have decent pressure. Yes, Kufra is still actually really good right now, still decent. All right, not the best. I would still rather prioritize fighters as tank, like Jawhead support emblem tank, or Chu tank, or even Hilda tank rather than Kufra. So it's still not a bad pick though. Okay, not a bad pick. So the win condition for Bigetron Alpha here is get to late game, so Sicilian is fed, and get to late game, so Ling is fed. But let's see how RQ will approach this. Alright, like I said, Jawhead is like really prioritized right now, so that's why RQ banned it. And these guys banned Hellcurt and Harith, which are possible core heroes at mid, alright? And they know this. Bigetron knows this since they scrim obviously a lot of Indonesian teams, and they kind of have an idea of what RQ is gonna do. They didn't even expect a 1-1-1-3-1 rotation. They expected this 1-1 to go at gold lane right away, right? That's why they banned Hellcurt and Jawhead. And Hellcurt is actually viable as a mid laner now. Okay, mid laner as core, and obviously same with Hearth. That's why they banned it. I'm not really sure why they banned Hearth, because they have the Kufra to counter the Hearth anyways. So even if RQ picks Harith, they could counter it with Kufra. Not really sure why they banned it. So I don't know who Bigetron's coach is. Kind of horrible draft, but let's keep going. Right now, Ruby is also very prioritized right now as an offlaner because her sustain is super good with her lifesteal, obviously, and a lot of CC by her. Second skill CC and ulti is just game changing, and the cooldown is very low. Okay, for Yusenshin here, Yusenshin is actually a very good pick for RQ, and you might be asking why, because Yusenshin's first skill can actually immune Kufra's second skill anyway, so you could still dash away either way, okay? And plus, he provides a lot of vision to your team when you're ulting. What this Yusenshin will do, he's just gonna farm, and his tank and his support will just open up the map for him so he can farm freely. Alright, so the most important roles in this current patch is the tank and the mage support. They will open up the map for your core so that he can farm freely. Alright? They are the key most of the time to winning the games in the current patch. Alright, and why is Faramis viable? And you will see why later, and I will explain to you, okay? Why is Faramis so viable in this current patch? And this is, again, this is being drafted by James, so obviously the geniusness is just 200 IQ, right? I have so much respect for James as a coach. He's coached me, so I kind of want to follow his lead, right? So right here we have Bigetron Alpha. They need another fighter. They could have gone for like maybe like a 1v1 marksman, but they went for a Freya offlane instead, which I'm not really a big fan of, because if you try to 1v1 this Freya against this Swan, you already know that you're gonna go against a 1-1 since it's gold lane, right? Gold lane, you know where the 1-1's gonna go. She has a Purify on her second skill, plus she has invulnerability when she gets her ulti. And she has Flicker as well, so it's like she has so much survivability against Freya, who has such short range. All 1-1 needs to do is position correctly against this Freya, and this Freya will get bullied. So I'm not really sure why they picked this Freya. I'm not really a big fan of this Freya pick, honestly, with you. Alright, and the Harith ban. That's the only problems I have with the Bigetron draft. It just doesn't make sense for me. Okay, so let's go over the laning phase and kind of explain to you guys what's happening here. Okay, so what's gonna happen first is, let's pause it real quick. What's gonna happen first is this Yi Sin is not gonna get the jungle item yet. All the cores at mid will always get Retribution, okay? Always get Retribution. But he will not get jungle item yet because he wants the maximum amount of EXP that he can get here at mid. And he will not get the jungle item until, alright, until he can secure this blue buff. Alright, so for the aspiring cores that are watching right now, do not get your jungle item until you know that you have your blue buff secured. Alright, when your tank and when your mage support opens up the map for you and give vision to you and know where the enemies are at, that's when you buy the jungle item and say, okay, I can do my blue buff freely now, and you know, that's where I buy the jungle item. Alright, so let's keep going. Obviously, we have 1-1 on gold lane, Freya over there, Chu on the EXP lane, and Ruby as well. Let's keep going with the game. Alright, so what this Khalid's going to do is they're going to do fast clear mid, because they know that they have the advantage early game with the Faramis and Khalid wave clear. They're going to do fast clear mid, and they're gonna contest for Litho. Alright, so for Litho Wonder, the little Bulbasaur or whatever you want to call it, the reason why it is so important is because it spawns randomly in the river. It could either spawn here on this side, or it could either spawn here on this side, okay? So it is very, very random, and it spawns every time at 35 seconds, as you can see, okay? It doesn't always spawn at EXP lane. Sorry about the dog, by the way. It doesn't always spawn at EXP lane. Please, whoever said it spawns at EXP lane 100% of the time, it is not correct. So what you're going to see RQ do here is wave clear mid and then go to Litho right away. Because they know they have the early game advantage. And that's why the draft will usually go, teams will draft early game heroes, usually, right? Because Link cannot do shit, alright? They know that they could secure the Litho Wonder anyways with the Yi Sin. So they didn't even help. What they did right away, since blue is very, very essential for Ling, and this is why it's so hard for Ling in this current patch, is because they're gonna distract this Ling to not get the blue, okay? And you'll see this right now. This Yi Sin is just gonna farm freely. Obviously, Kufra doesn't have enough burst to try and steal anything. So we see Faramis right here, he doesn't even care. Look, he went straight into the lane. He just ignored Sicilian right away, and Khalid is there as well. And the reason why this is because even if Sicilian tries to help the blue buff, the more people you have trying to help you with the buff, the tankier it is. So that's why there's no point in this guy trying to help anyways, and that's why he was forced to retreat. And that's what RRQ is taking advantage of in this situation. Alright? Knowing that, okay, you're not gonna get any help. If they help, the buff is gonna get tankier anyways, and we're just gonna harass you and kill you. Even if Faramis and Khalid don't get the blue buff, Ling would probably end up dying if they force this blue buff, because of the early game damage they have, right? So this is what RRQ is taking advantage of early game. And they're probably just gonna let this, to be honest with you, they're gonna let this blue buff like reset. Sorry about that, it just lagged out for some reason. Here we go, we're back at it again. So the blue buff got reset, and look at the mid lane minions are already pushing in. So Ling was forced to like say, oh fuck it, I gotta go mid, I cannot miss any EXP right here. Alright, I can't miss EXP right here. He probably already bought jungle item, and he didn't get any buffs, so he's gonna be really, really behind. Because when you buy jungle item, the lane minions will be less gold and less EXP from what I remember on the patch notes. Okay, so that's what RQ took advantage of. Okay, so let's keep going here. All right, this Chu also has more wave clear than Ruby early stages of the game. Ruby should not be able to kill you early game against a Chu. Okay, so that's why he's rotating a lot faster than Ruby. So that is Ruby's weakness. It's just, you know, her wave clear early game. But towards late game, after level 4, Ruby's really, really annoying. So this is what R7 is taking advantage of right now. And they even got a first blood at mid because Ling actually is... He's not level 4. He's only level 2. And, you know, if he goes in there, he can't do anything, right? So let's see here. The blue buff is still up, and I'm pretty sure Khalid and Faramis are aware about this. And what Khalid will do is just give vision just to make sure that this Ling is not doing this blue buff. And as you can see also on the top lane, we see the Chu, alright? Since he knows that the minions are still right here, his minions are still here, he doesn't have to be here doing nothing, right? He doesn't have to be here. So what he's gonna do instead is give vision to the red to make sure that Ling is not doing the red instead of the blue. So they're literally shutting down this Ling all over the place, alright? They're shutting down this Ling all over the place. And that is what RQ is taking advantage of. And Khalid has vision on the blue, so obviously Ling needs to watch out. This guy's just giving vision. It doesn't even matter if he gets harassed because Ruby has no kill potential. As long as you have flicker or you have second skill as Chu or you have even kick, you could run away from Ruby as a Chu and it doesn't matter if you're low. Alright, Faramis almost dies right here. Very nice flicker from Lemon. Almost dies. Khalid doesn't give a damn. He just stays there, right? The patience is key. Patience is key for this Khalid right here. And for Khalid, guys, if you're playing Khalid, you want to move around the bush so that your bar doesn't go down. So, okay. Let's see here. Again, Ling is going to try to do this blue buff, but as soon as Khalid shows up, he's going to be like, oh shit, what the fuck? They're about the same EXP as you can see. Same EXP as the tank, which is not good right now for Bigetron, right? And Zin actually saw that there's two people here. Right here. Sicilian and Ling, and then he knows that the Ruby's also top lane, and he knows that the Freya's bot lane, so they have no choice. Bigetron has no choice but only Kufra to invade, right? He knows that there's only one guy invading, so he's not really worried because he has Retribution. Kufra has no steal potential at this point because Kufra is not even level 4 yet as well. He only has first skill and second skill. So as long as this Yisun Shin can Retribution correctly, he should be good against this. And this is why you need early game heroes. And this is why Kufra is not as effective as before. Okay? And like I said, you see it right there. He's gonna harass this Ling again. Heal. There it is. Ling is like, ah shit, he's about to first kill again. And blue buff gets reset again. And the good part here about RRQ is they are very lucky that their side laners also won. Like I said earlier, 1-1 matchup is supposed to win here at bot lane because he has the free purify, and plus he wave clears faster. I would say 1-1 clears faster than Freya, because if Freya tries to go near the minions, 1-1 is gonna harass you with auto attacks. Right? That's why 1-1 has the ability to roam around the map. She was just here, right? 1-1 was just here. And then he rotated all the way here because he knows that the minions are not even close to meeting at the halfway mark yet. So he has time, alright? He has time to actually rotate. So that is my tip to the offlaners in this current patch. If you're a marksman offlaner or a fighter offlaner, it doesn't matter. If you're winning your matchup, just rotate and try to help the invade or give vision, alright? So that is the best thing you could do, okay? Let's keep going. And because of the roam that 1-1 did, Bigetron did not expect that, and that's why they got a 1-4-0 trade here. Khalid almost died from Freya actually, but he's only level 3, so he can't do much. So again, we haven't seen Ling get the blue buff yet, right? It's 2 minutes in and he is still level 2, while Yisun Shin is already level 4. This is the advantage of drafting early game, and this is why you're gonna see a lot of fighters as tanks now. Alright, so this is just quite an explanation for you as to why they're more prioritized in this current patch. I like the way that I like the way how Lemon and Vin are always working together, just so that this Ling gets fucked up and gets delayed. Okay. This is what you need to do if you're a mage support or if you're a tank. You guys need to work together. You guys are gonna be like the duo, to be honest, right? So you guys are gonna be best friends, okay? If you guys are the mage support and the tank on your team, you guys will be best friends most of the time. You see what they're doing right now. They don't care if they die. Honestly, they don't care if they die. As long as they could delay this, they're good to go. And you'll see that they're gonna delay this the best they could. Right there. Plus Faramis could spawn easily. Okay, our Vin went in with first skill, did a little bit of damage, he heals up, but the red buff gets resetted while this Yisenshin has been farming, alright? Yisenshin already got the blue buff earlier and just got the red buff without any pressure at all, and now he's doing the green camp without any problems at all. So he's just farming, right? The core is probably the easiest role you could play right now if you are doing this strategy, okay? Playing the core is the easiest. You're just gonna farm and try to clean up the enemy. Since Khalid died there, they have no choice. RQ has no choice but to give up that red buff, but that doesn't matter. Ling with red buff they don't care. Ling with blue buff is what they care about. So Faramis and Khalid are trying to go into the blue buff as fast as possible because they know, right? They see right here that Ling still doesn't have the blue buff. So they're gonna go here as fast as possible to try and distract again so that this Ling cannot get this blue buff at all times. Okay, so let's keep going. This Ling wanted to clear mid because this is like free XP and gold. They don't want to waste it. That's why they have to get it. Right here, Yisenshin was actually since the Khalid and the Faramis delayed the red buff earlier, right? Delayed the red buff earlier. Yisenshin was able to clear this mid lane minions faster, alright, faster, and he was able to rotate top lane, right? The timings from RQ is just quite insane, okay? And they're taking advantage of the, the early game they have and the faster wave clear they have, by ganking, by Xin ganking here at top lane, and this Ruby, horrible hook from Ruby. What was that? I think he tried lifestealing from minions, but it didn't work. Because I'm pretty sure Chu built Deadly Blade first item from what I saw earlier. And right here, Ling did get the blue buff, but it really doesn't matter because you'll know why. Faramis actually ulted here, so he respawns into a ghost. And Khalid is still level 3, but that doesn't matter. He's almost full health. So let's keep going. Let's see why it doesn't matter. So Khalid saw that Faramis just died, right? And he's like, okay, there's no more blue buff here. Ling secured it. We have no need to fight because our core is not here. So they're just gonna retreat at this point. And watch Lemon, okay? Stop. Look at the timer. Look at the death timer from Lemon. His ghost just died and he has a 2-second death timer. And this is why Faramis is such a viable pick in this current patch. Alright? In Tagalog, mapanggulo siya. Mapanggulo. Okay? In English, he's like a really good distraction. Really good distraction. Sorry about the dog, by the way. He's been barking. Alright, so let's keep going with the video. He spawned right away still. He's already up. That's why it doesn't matter for RQ to even sacrifice there. Alright, so Yisenshin's blue is about to be up, and all of the camps that are here usually are being taken by Yisenshin, except for this green camp. From what I've noticed, this gold camp right here and this green camp is usually save or reserved for the marksman here at gold lane. From what I've noticed, at least. Right here, so now Ling doesn't have he already got the blue buff and the red buff, as you can see right here. So Khalid has no reason for him to try and invade and be so aggressive here, right? He has no reason for him to be here. He just needs to give vision at this point at the river and towards the turtle, since at 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes, that's when the turtle spawns. So the important part is giving vision if the enemy is doing turtle or not. And the very risky part here is Faramis actually is gonna rotate here at bot to do a 2v1 against this Freya, and it's gonna be a 3, knowing that this Ling is pretty behind, alright, in terms of EXP and gold. They're kind of confident that they can do a 3 1v2. Alright, there is the Khalid and there's the Yishin right here that could contest the turtle since Ling is so behind. Sicilian is actually all the way here, so they cannot do it yet anyways, but RQ doesn't know that since they don't have vision on him. Alright, so let's keep going. And now that it's a 1v2 here, knowing that it's a 1v2 here at bot lane, they will take advantage of that, and they don't even care if this turtle gets taken, to be honest. What matters is if they can pressure this Freya and try to kill this Freya, or even get a tower here at bot lane, is what they care about. So let's see here what they will do. The blue buff for Yishin is up, and he's going to secure that with Retri. And like I said, since it was a 1v2, Freya was forced to back off. Because if he does go in on a 1-1 and a Faramis, it is not good news for him. Alright, so that's why it's good. It's a good idea for Freya to back off. BTR is trying to trade a tower, but since this tower hasn't been damaged yet, and plus Chu is there anyways to respond, and Khalid is there to respond, they're not gonna be able to get this and trade a tower. They tried at least. They tried their best at least, as you can see. And this Chu actually kicked the Ruby in almost. He tried to kick the Ruby into the tower. And I think they get a kill here on Ruby as well with execute. Oh, never mind. It's a passive. I thought it was an execute. Framis just going to pressure the Ling at all times. The 1-1. Okay, so stop. The 1-1 got the first tier tower here. So what this 1-1 will do, as long as his lane is pushed, alright? As you can see, as long as his lane was pushed, it was pushed. He rotated mid lane right away after getting the first tower. This is really good. Not wasting any time. And knowing that he could respond back, alright, after the push to try and defend this first tier tower here at bot. Just so that Bigetron Alpha doesn't get any trades at all. Alright, so the lane management for the push management, the wave management for RQ is just really good. Yes, they didn't get the tower, but they cleared a lot faster than Bigetron Alpha here at mid. And plus, Freya was not even able to push here at bot lane anyways. Okay, plus this 1-1 is about to go online. Let's look at the itemization. Okay, first, this is very important as well for the offlaners. A lot of offlaners right now, like Namus, Ruby, have a lot of sustain, Uranus, Esmeralda. So Deadly Blade is a must. So what people do is they buy the normal Deadly Blade and don't upgrade Sea Halberd, alright? They don't upgrade to Sea Halberd, they just keep it like that. And then they go on to their regular build. Okay, so that is a must right there if you're against like Ruby, really high sustain heroes pretty much. So the itemization here is really good. 1-1 has Corrosion Sight now. He's probably gonna go for like Demon Hunter Sword next. So so let's see. Once 1-1 gets to late game, this is gonna be really hard for Bigetron Alpha to come back since their Ling is so behind. As you can see, the gold between the Ling and their tank is not really far because they opened up so much, right? They opened up the map so much. This Khalid has 1,900 gold. You're only what, freaking 200 gold ahead, alright, as a core, as a funnel core at mid, which is the bad part that Bigetron Alpha here, and that's why this draft is so good. The strategy is so good for RRQ, okay? This is definitely dependable on your draft, and this is why people are drafting for the early game instead of the late game. This Ling has only gotten 1 blue so far in a matter of 5 minutes, which is not good. He's only gotten 1 red so far in a matter of 5 minutes as well, which is not good, alright? So that just means that this Khalid and this Faramis is doing their job to its full extent, to its full, almost to its full potential, alright? Now we see here, stop, pause it real quick. We see that 1-1 was pushing bot, and I'm pretty sure what Faramis and Yishin were doing is they know that this blue buff is up. So they also have vision on whether Bigetron Alpha will actually try to defend this bot lane tower, second tier tower, or they could either take the blue buff. If they try to protect the second lane tower here at bot, they can take the blue buff, alright, since they're too busy protecting this tower anyways. So that's what RQ will do here. Since Kufra went for the you know, to protect the second tier tower, Yishin gonna try to take this blue buff, and I think he will get it anyways. And Kufra did not even go bot lane, to be honest. Freya was there. So Yishin was actually able to secure that that blue buff. And right here, I don't know why 1-1 did not ulti. I think it was too far, almost. I think if he ulted, he could have killed the Freya, honestly. But the Freya flickered away and was too far. So it's fine. This Yishin got a little bit too over-aggressive here, but it's alright. He didn't die anyways. and this Chu is just giving vision to where this Ruby is at all times. So that all the information that RQ needs is always there. This Khalid has vision in the red buff, so they know exactly that Ling is not doing it. Yi Sun-shin already took the blue buff earlier, so there's no reason for them to be there as well. So this Ling, again, he needs to wait 2 minutes just for them to, for this Ling to get a blue buff, and that's why the, Ling is really hard to play right now in this current patch. All right. The turtle's up again, but I think Yi Sun-shin, what Yi Sun-shin wants to do is he wants to prioritize the blue buff first so that he can secure it right away, and maybe he's gonna save the retribution so that they could get turtle later. I'm not sure. And Wan needed to rotate bot lane since this lane minions right here are about to push, and he doesn't know if Freya's gonna split push, and he doesn't want to give up this first tier tower anyways. That's why Wan rotated here at bot lane again. And this Khalid, like we've been seeing him do, he's just gonna try to waste time here. I think he died here. He fucked up his ulti. Yeah, he did die. He fucked up his ulti right there, which kind of made him die. So that was a kind of a little mistake right there from Vin, but I don't think it matters. Faramis did a really good ulti because he knows that Khalid was about to die. So Khalid is gonna go in here and force this red buff to get reset, right? As you can see. Yep, he's gonna run away from the red buff gets reset. And the turtle has been slain by Yi Sun-shin, like I said earlier, by saving the retribution after the blue buff. And the 1v1 was won by Wan earlier. This matchup should be like an easy Wan win, and this is why Wan offlane is actually really viable in this current patch right now, as you can see. So let's keep going. To be honest, that's pretty much it. The rest of the game is pretty much normal rotation. To be honest with you, normal rotation, and they're just gonna wait for Lord and just push with the Lord. Whoever gets pickoffs first. RRQ got a little cocky towards right here towards mid game because they were really confident that they were so ahead. As you can see, 17k gold to 21k gold, 22k gold actually. That's why they were kind of like throwing out emotes and stuff like that. But for the rest of the game, they kind of just snowballed and waited for the Lord to spawn and push with it and end the game. So it's kind of like regular phase at this point. I don't have to explain to you guys anything here at this point. They've already managed to delay the Ling to its fullest potential. He's only level 9 and Yi Sun-shin is level 13. So yeah, they are successfully... this is where they got a little bit cocky here. I think Lemon and Albert will die here. Yeah. Yep, definitely right there. And I'm not sure if this Khalid will die as well. Yeah, they got a little bit too cocky here, to be honest with you, which was a little bit of a mistake in RQ side, but then again, they're really confident in their skills. Yi Sun-shin secures another turtle because he could clear it alone. This Chu is gonna try to kill this Ling most likely. He has Flicker right here. He's probably gonna ignore this and go for try to Flicker ulti this Ling so he can get a kill, since it is a damage Chu after all. So right there. Nice try. Okay, so Ling did really good at ulting and countering that kick from Chu. Very nice reactions from Ling there. And as they know, Ling's blue buff is about to be up, and that's why Khalid is already here giving vision, right? Not really sure why R7 kicked the Kufra. That is pretty unexplainable for me. So yeah, let's just keep going. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, let's just keep going. Not really sure why they he kicked the Kufra instead of anybody else, but it's fine. He didn't die anyways. I'm not sure if Khalid dies here. He does have the heal, but let's see who gets the blue buff here. And Yi Sun-shin actually secures the blue buff with the red tree. So that was just a red tree battle. Ling was actually close enough to red tree that blue buff, but he missed it. Alright, so again, no blue buff for Ling for a good 2 minutes, another delay. And they're just gonna fight it off. Since they're so ahead, they can fight. Honestly, Faramis even has ulti to bring back ghosts and try and kill you. Lord is gonna be up, and I think RQ will... They're so ahead that they're just gonna do it. They're not even gonna wait for level 2 Lord. They honestly could have waited for level 2 Lord so to make it more effective, because at 12 minutes, alright, at 12 minutes the Lord becomes level 2 and it actually rushes into the towers. And it does a shit ton of damage to the towers. But from what RQ did, I think they were trying to bait out this Lord, and they were like, okay, nobody's even going near this Lord. It's literally a free Lord. Why not just take it? I think that's what happened. They had vision all around the place, and they're like, okay, let's just take it anyways. Wait for Lord, and then Let's skip a lot because this is just self-explanatory at this point. They're just gonna push with the Lord and end the game pretty much. Pretty self-explanatory that a lot of squads should be common with or should be familiar with, right? And like I said, 2 inhib towers are down. They're trying to end the game. To be honest with you, RQ is just messing around at this point. They're just messing around at this point. They know they won this. The Yi Shin is just so fed. And that is it. That is GG, well played. So yeah, that is the new strategy for this current patch that I really want to implement on the teams that I'm coaching. So if you guys are watching this video and you have your own squad, definitely try to go learn the draft, learn which heroes are capable of doing what what these guys could have done. Kali, Jawhead, Hilda, Harass early game, and that's why they are so prioritized. Alright, so if you guys did learn something from this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and that will be it for today. Again, sorry for the dog background noise. I cannot keep restarting my recording if once they bark, because there's just no way for me to hold them. Okay, bye guys, thank you guys.